Okay, how's everybody doing? So I just want to talk about rough composition or roughing in the composition of a signature scene. Now, a couple things I want to preface. This is so far off from the finished scene. And what I mean by that is that I have multiple layers of scenery yet to do, like ground scenery and in this area. And these trees will have to all be pulled out because I have to finish all the grasses and forest debris, detritus, all that in there because it's all going to be seen because you're up close like this. And then I got to do the back side of this ridge, which sort of flanks Ipex Plastics down the road. But this whole piece comes out with the trees on it. So let me just point out a couple of things. I'll talk to you about rough composition and why it's important, especially with the model railroad, because composition can be confusing to people. Like it's not. What it basically means is that within a scene, like on a photograph or a painting, it's the same principle. What you do is you arrange elements. You can't do that in the real world. You have to do it by framing the camera. But with the model railroad, we have the advantage of just like going like this. Like I can pull out one tree, like see the difference that makes? And then I can put this tree, like somewhere over here like this, right? So roughing in composition, like that's what you do. You arrange the elements in the scene so that it looks pleasing to the eye. That's really what that means. Now, how long that process will take, like there is no answer. It's going to be different for everybody. Sometimes a scene will just come together like just in the first sweep or two, but then some scenes just, they're just anguishing almost. But if you stay with it and you keep arranging elements, you'll get it. Like it'll eventually click, which is why I really love foam. Like, you know how I did the fast smash and then the foam? I can plunge trees in and out and arrange them all day long without affecting the integrity of the substrate below. And when you finally have it, then you can, even down the road, you can add a tree, take one out. Okay, so like this, what you see back here, I just want to point this out, like this area here, like it appears to be an eyesore right now, but that's an old theater trick. Like that's a screen, like there's going to be textured bushes in front of that. It's just that because oftentimes compression, we think of sort of linear compression, but there's actually depth compression as well. And in order to pull this scene off, this farm scene, like I have to crush. Like you can't, when you look at photos, it's like, oh yeah, that's cool, I'm going to do that. But then you realize, well, the scene is 100 yards deep. This is 2 feet deep. Like this is the maximum that I would ever do on a shelf layout, but I build on 2 feet depth because this is the style that I like to model, and I need at least 2 feet to do this. Even then, you got to crush and compress and everything. So when you're roughing in your composition, don't be anxious about it. Take your time. It will come together if you're willing to just leave it for a while, move on to another area on your layout, come back, look at it the next day or two, come in with like a different attitude maybe, or don't look at it for a couple of days and then look at it again, put different lights on it, and it'll eventually come, like eventually. It just takes time. So rough composition is part of the fun. And I'll just close with one more example. Okay, so right here, like this is an old oak tree that I built that you may have seen the armature in earlier content that I'm going to put in this scene. So I might have it here, it's not flocked yet, and it might flank like where the barn is. But then on the other hand, it might look good flanking the edge of the forest to help transition some of the scene like down into this sloped area, like where the grain elevator and Milner ops is going to be down the road. So this is what I mean. And then also, there's all the underbrush and the edge, like I'll probably use sisal rope bushes, etc. So when you're doing it, just be patient and it'll come together. And if you plug things in one at a time, move things a couple of inches to the right or to the left, it can make a huge difference when you compose your signature scene on your model railroad, okay? So cheers, happy modeling, and I hope you have a great day.